Hi everyone, and yet we are back with more readings for July. Here I am, Ms Colleen Reads, and let's have a look about what's going on in the love sector of life. Yesterday we had a good look about things in life in general, some lessons that we needed to know, but why not really zone in on our love lives? And it's very interesting because even with both the decks we've got in store, there's a lot of messages coming through already. So everyone is welcome into my Instagram live, and if someone is here, feel free to volunteer your sign and we'll eventually read on it. We've got a lot to get through, but let's tune in to the month of July. So take a deep breath, calm yourself, and let the energy flow through. And let's get started. Well, a lot of people like to start with Aries being a cardinal sign. I like to go a bit rebellious and start from the beginning of the year. Does it have something to do with the fact that I'm a Capricorn? No. But let's have a look into what's going on with love for January. Well, our Capricorns in July. So, hello, welcome everybody. Let me fix that. And let's get started. So I'll be picking two cards from the Lover's Tarot. So wonderful, albeit large deck, appropriately chosen, and one card from the Spirit Animal Oracle. We all need to be tuning in with our spirit guidance in terms of looking into love. It really is. It's more intrinsic, it's more intuitive. Tell that to the earth signs, rather than physical and logical. So let's have a look for Capricorn in the month of July. What is in store for you with love? All right, let's shuffle that and let's pick two. So you might see the table here. It is slightly visible, so we'll have a look at that. But I will show you the cards as we go along. So we've got two cards here. We've got one card from the Spirit Animal Oracle. And look at that. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. So this deck has slightly different terminology, but this is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and this is the Queen of Wands in reverse. Now, Capricorns, this July, you need to relax. You need to step back, right? You're looking at love as a work in progress, as a project. And you know what? Initially it makes sense because you want to be organized, you want to be structured, but really love doesn't fit in a box. While it does have some structure, I agree, there is a progress there. Right now, we want you to put that in a folder and pack it away. Not saying that your love life will not have any attention or not grow this time, but it needs to do it on its own. You have to wait for the signs and let nature take its course, right? We all love to be on the top of the mountain, Capricorns, with that Queen of Wands. You want to be in charge. You want to subtly work through the way in your love matters by asserting the right charisma, asserting the right energy. But that's not always the case. So sit back, lay back, put the pride and the need to achieve in this sector, and put it in the back row and just sit and watch. And what do the spirits have to say about that? Armadillo spirit. Why do you have to sit back and let it happen? Because you need to take that time to set your boundaries. The Armadillo spirit is saying, you know what? Pull back, retreat, let's recoup. All right? So take this time to sit back and think, what will I tolerate and not tolerate? What are the ultimate healthy actions in love for me, and what is something that doesn't align with what I believe? So this is the time to think about that. You're not sitting in the back row to do nothing. Don't worry about that, Capricorns. Just remember that this is not a time of action. This is a time of receptivity and some mental actions, right? It's a time to have a bit of a think about what boundaries we set in our love lives, and then after a while we can get back to it. But just for July. There you go, Capricorns. Let's go in straight to our next sign. Wonderful. We're going to have to shuffle every single time. There's going to be 12 shuffling instances here. Whoops. Large decks, people, large decks. Something's already popped out. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got Justice in reverse. Interesting. Let's see how that plays into our other readings. If there's anything I love about being a reader, is having really small hands. They're gorgeous though. It's absolutely beautiful. So, not sure why my screen keeps sleeping. So if you see me tapping against the screen, it's because I'm trying to make sure that I can see what's going on. So we've got a couple of people in already. So stay tuned for your sign. Let me know what your sign is. Hi. Hola, mi amiga. I keep saying the same thing. I need to be a bit more creative, okay? Let's have a look. We are going up to our next sign, Aquarius. So we'll be picking 2 cards again from here, right? And 1 card from our spirit animal oracle, which is just over there. Okay, wonderful. So let's have a look at you, Aquarius. What's going on here? 1 and 2 and 3. Voila. So Aquarius, 9 of Cups and the King of Pentacles there for you, right? Now, well, yes, we'll get into your love in July. So, looking at the month ahead for you, Aquarius, this is a time of action. Actually, it's a time of deliberation, right? You do want to deliberate and celebrate your love, whether you are single, whether in a relationship, what you have achieved so far and experiences you've had. You need to celebrate them, both ups and downs. And that is the spirit of the 9 of Cups. And with the King of Coins, it's about planning. You know what? Based on my track record so far, what's next? So if I'm in a relationship, what have I done so well? And maybe can I do that again? And in terms of dates, or if you're single, what can I set into the future that aligns with me and what I've proven myself to be so far in my love life journey? All right, so think about that, Aquarius. I know normally you like to just sort of get swept away, but this time, let's appreciate and let's plan. See, the Capricorn. I wish that was the Capricorn one. But let's have a look. We've got the Crow spirit. Cooperate with spirit. So you're not just planning by yourself, you know, thinking about it. You're also planning with the Crow spirit. So the universe has a message for you, very much individually. So stay in tune with that. Make sure that when you're up to that planning mode, you're assessing yourself, you're appreciating yourself. Make sure to not forget asking the spirit. And that is it for you, love in July. So remember, Aquarius, appreciate, plan, and listen to spirit. Beautiful, look at that. We are shuffling it again. What do we have up next? Pisces. So watery. Pisces is so watery. Oops, here we go again. We should have a counter. Add a counter eventually of how many times I drop the cats. It is incredible. But I can't help it. They're so gorgeous. Okay? So let's have a look at Pisces. Pisces energy. What is our message for love in July? We've got the 6 of Coins in reverse and the 3 of Cups in reverse. And if you haven't noticed by now, I read reverses. Okay, we've got that. And let's pick one for the spirit, which we will come up to in a second. So we've got the 6 of Coins in reverse and the 3 of Cups in reverse. Pisces, are we stretching ourselves out socially a bit too much this month? Trying to squeeze in as many dates, squeeze in as much time with your partner. This is the time to actually refocus. Even though this is a love reading, sometimes we need a break a bit. We need a bit of a break. So Pisces, have a think about how's the energy exchange in the relationships you have in your love life or the relationships you make as you're dating. Have a think about, are you putting in too much or not enough? Because the 3 of Cups here is saying maybe you're overexerting yourself because you feel you have to have some kind of image or some kind of energy that you need to show. And now you're tiring yourself out. So perhaps now is a bit of a break. You know, go on a 2 weeks no dating or 3 weeks no dating. You know, if you really want to, the whole of July. Let's give ourselves a break so that our energy can recover. We don't want to be presenting ourselves to other people, especially our partner. And if you're in a relationship, of course, maybe it's time to have a bit of alone time for the both of you and letting yourselves recharge. You can't always be connected to just the love section of your life. You need to have energy for that. Everything takes energy. What's the spirit say? Watch your words. I see. Look at that parrot spirit. So perhaps there needs to be some communication energy that is flowing through. And Pisces, because you're running on low energy, you're not quite expressing yourself or communicating yourself as best as you normally would. So let this time be a time of recharging and connecting with the spirit in helping you with communication. So remember, Pisces, hold back, have some alone time, refocus that love to yourself, think about your energy exchange and what needs to be done to be balanced, and think about your communication energy. There we go, Pisces. Oh, wonderful. Maybe I should have set some background themes. Let's have a look. We have Aries next. I love Aries. I have a soft spot for Aries. They're kind of intense, but I can handle them. My moon's in Aries, so it works quite well. Oh, hello everyone. Okay, let's have a look at Aries, and let's shuffle. I'm serious. I'm going to add a counter for how many times I drop cards. All right, watch as I drop cards as I say that. Let's have a look, Aries. Let's pick 2 cards. Because two for couplings, 2 for duality. All right, Ace of Arrows, so Ace of Swords in reverse, and the 3 of Wands. Can it be any more typical? Let's grab the spirit there. Can it be any more typical for Aries is to be told to slow down, right? Slow down and have a better think of what you're going to do. Can it be any less typical, right? But looking at it, with that Ace of Swords in reverse, the cards are giving you a message about how you communicate with putting forward your ideas and intentions about love, how you present yourself in dating, how you set standards for yourself and your partner in a more, let's say, a more literal sense. So the cards are sort of saying, stop talking for now, stop talking, stop putting words out into the universe and setting intentions for now, just for now, and focus on planning. We need to be a bit more future oriented. And if there's anything Aries tend to be very good at, they're good at being in the moment. They're good at enjoying the impulsive aspects of love. And that's fine. That's totally exciting. But remember, Aries, you can enjoy, communicate, and express yourself as much as you want now. But don't do that without having a future plan in mind. Check in with yourself. I'm enjoying this right now. I'm putting all my energy into this. But what am I going to do after? Am I just going to rely to see what the moment brings me? Or have I set some standards for myself in my love life? So Aries, what are your long-term plans for relationships? Aries, what are your long-term plans if you're going to keep dating? Have a think about it, right? You can't just be there in the moment all the time. There are times, okay, when it comes to tarot and the rules and what the universe wants for you, it's never just one concrete rule. There are exceptional circumstances. So one advice may apply to a situation, and then there's an exception for another one. So this is the time to sit and have a think about what you will put as your future boundaries and structure for your love life, Aries. And the spirit says, our spirit, you see clearly now. If you stop and you think and look, you will see things very clearly. I think one of the things that Aries do struggle with sometimes is seeing past the present. So if the cards are promising you, right, the wisdom, the owl will come to you. If you stop, if you just take some time to lay plans for your future, the universe will assist you and let you see all the factors clearly. Because that uncertainty stops you from wanting to plan, Aries. You're really uncomfortable with that. You can be more sure of the present, all right? So remember, Aries, sometimes it's okay to shift the energy from what you're investing now and all the communication, all the promises. I can hear that, the promise, I'm going to do this. Next week, we're going to go there. Or if I'm going to go there, I'm going to do this. So many verbal promises, Aries. But just remember, there's a time to shift that communication energy from yourself in the present to planning so that you have feet to stand on in your love life in the future. Don't worry, the universe will help you and let you see what you need to see. There we go, Aries. Oh. Aries being told to slow down. Oh. All right, let's shuffle. We've got Taurus coming up. Don't you worry, we will get to everybody's signs. Let's go through Taurus. And of course, if you are in a relationship, I mean, it's a bit of a nice insider information. If you are watching this and you get to have a bit of insight on your partners sign. That was a bit of a pause, wasn't it? All right, Taurus, let's go. Taurus, I have so many Tauruses in my family. I'm so familiar with that sign. So let's have a look once we shuffle and I don't drop cards. All right, let's have a look. Taurus. What's going on here, Taurus? We've got the Hierophant in upright. And we've got, look at that. How gorgeous is this? We've got the Power, look at it, the Emperor in reverse. Such a beautiful combination. It is one of my favorite combinations. Right, Tauruses, you're very good at staying still, right? When you interact with a bull, or in my culture, we call them carabaos, right? Bulls, you have to hold in the reins, but they're steady, they're slow. That's what you like about Tauruses. They've got so much structure, right? Even though you could say they're kind of slow, they make up for it in consistency. So Tauruses, the reins need to be loosened a little bit. For now, in July, for your love life, we need to look at our values, okay? There will be a conversation happening this month that's going to align with you. It's going to really align with you and remind you of the values that you have. It could just be something that a friend mentions or an interaction you have with your partner. And when that happens, let that energy flow through. Let it guide you. Meditate on it, right? Write about it and think about where those values will guide you. Because you like to determine everything for yourself. You know what? I think this, I think that. This is what we're going to do, right? Kind of similar to what Aries was doing. But this time, let the values guide you. And that will actually help you to connect with your significant other even more. So remember that, Taurus. The Spirit says, bring your ideas to life. I see. Right, looking at it, Taurus, the reason why the cards are wanting you to focus on your values is because you will actually realize that you have developed some new values. You have developed some new values along the way, Taurus. So think about it for this month. Don't lay everything ahead of time. Loosen the reins around your love life, right? Whether you're dating, whether in a relationship, and let the values guide you. Re-examine your values because you'll find that some have evolved and you've come up with new ones. And your partner is going to feel more connected to you when they notice that energy of reminiscing, of examining your values. So have a think about that, Taurus. If you're single, setting out these values energies is going to attract somebody to come to you much more quickly. Because people are attracted more to energy than asking people out or just doing all that. Sometimes it's the spiritual signal that really makes a difference. All right, we've got Gemini. Oh, Gemini, so much air. Sorry. The Geminis I know are always the most chameleon-like out of all different personality types. Hello. All right, let's have a look. And let's shuffle this a bit more. I want to do it on the table. Oh, we can see that there. All right. Let's go, Gemini. Let's go, Gemini. Let's go. All right. Let's have a look. Why does it keep going to sleep? If anyone knows why, even when I'm doing Instagram Live, the screen likes to sleep, please let me know. I can't be tapping on the screen every minute. All right, let's have a look. We've got Wheel of Fortune in reverse for Gemini and the Prince of Cups. So this is the Knight of Cups in reverse. So we've got that, and we're going to go into the Spirit in a second. Gemini, have a listen. you're not at your best, or you're not feeling at your best lately, right? The stresses have been coming on. Everything is so busy. Your mind is everywhere. And you feel that when your love life, whether you're dating or what you're doing with your partner, you just haven't been bringing up the best to your table or up to the plate. And that is okay. With July and all this water and the Cancer season coming, you have to be forgiving to yourself. There will be times that you're not going to be at your best, but wasn't that what Marilyn Monroe said? Something like, if you can't handle me my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. Now, everyone uses that term so loosely, but what I mean is when honestly life throws things in your way and you're not at your best, you see your worst qualities, not because you're purposely being toxic, okay? People use it as an excuse to be toxic. Don't do that. But when life throws things your way and you're just trying your best, but of course you're human, it affects you. You become stressed and you're not always up to the best conditions and living in alignment with yourself. You have to be forgiving of what you've become, even just for the moment. So understand that, if you're not feeling that romantic, tell your partner that you're going through something and that you just need a little bit of patience. If you are dating, if you are single, I would suggest pulling back, right? Letting yourself heal, letting just a stressful moment, right, move along before you go back into it. Because then the energy that you send will be stress. It'll be energy that is revolved around lack and a lot of chaos. And you don't want to be attracting people who have that energy also. You deserve a lot better. But I can see now, roughly, the universe is giving me a strong message that within the next month, or in August, right after July, once you step right back in, you'll be back, Romeo or Juliet or Casanova. Let's have a look what the universe says. Oh, look at this again. The eel spirit has come back, bringing your ideas to life. You will be. Look at this context. See, it's so interesting how an oracle card can take on a different context depending on what it's surrounded by. So, right, Gemini, have a think about what you can bring to the table. Once you return and you feel like your normal self again, you're at your best condition to your love life, embody the new ideas that you have. You'll be receiving new ideas on how you can even present yourself better, how to treat your partner so well, more than you already have before. And also any new exciting ideas for dating will just come up. It's not coming up right now, and that's okay. In that position, that is totally fine. So remember, Gemini, give yourself a break and be kind to yourself. Be confident that in a month's time, you'll be back on. Maybe even a bit sooner if you're really taking the recovery at a serious pace. Let's go with Cancer. Happy birthday, Cancers. Right, we're going to go in and have a look at what Cancer has in store. Right, beautiful. I'm going to eventually, once this will be on YouTube as well, I will put all the signs in as titles. So don't you worry, it will be classified so you'll know where to look. As an Instagram live, you're stuck with me and this. Let's have a look. Cancers, what is happening in your season? This is your season, this is your strength. We've got the Three of Coins in reversed and Sacrifice, the Tower. This is the Tower in this deck, right? So, looking at it, we are restructuring our love life. Looking at it, the current energy we have, Cancer, especially in your season, needs to be changed. Old habits need to be broken down and replaced with new ones. Perhaps you've always had the same routine as to how you approach your relationship and how you date. Right? Now it's time to move past from that and start establishing some new ideas. Sure, it's going to be, what if you start on a new social venture, a new social activity? That's going to be confusing. That's going to be chaotic if you already have a busy schedule. But it's worth the change. So make one big structural change to your love life in July and you will be able to attract somebody that hasn't been attracted by the previous energy. So looking at it, I see a possible meeting here. Cancers, pay attention. If you move and shift your energy, right? Shift your routine, change something in the structure of how you date and in terms of a relationship, how you connect with your mate, rhyming. you will attract more healthy, open love energy into your life. Okay, that is a promise. Let's have a look here. Parrot spirit. Aren't we having comebacks here, huh? All right, so watching your words as well. So perhaps we need to be paying attention to our communication styles when it comes to our dating as well. So changing your structure, maybe the way that you introduce yourself, the way that you communicate. If you're in a relationship, perhaps there needs to be some new boundaries and healthy, I would say, techniques or practices that you want to incorporate. Before there's even an issue in a relationship or any kind of conflict, sit down with your partner when you're at a good time. We don't want to be figuring out communication issues when you're in the middle of an argument, right? Now when everything's good, sit down with your partner. Don't scare them by saying things like, we need to talk. Don't do that. Sit down and say, you know what? We're in such a good place right now. I appreciate you. Let's see what we can come up with. When we are experiencing any kind of discomfort or we have something that's pressing in a relationship we have to approach, what can we do to talk about that? How would you like for me to approach it? What do you prefer as a communication method? Set it up, right? So you're changing a part of the structure. It applies to everybody, singles, couples. So there is some significant communication and energy structure changes for you this month, Cancer, and use your water energy to guide your intuitive thoughts and intuitive knowledge towards that. Use the power of that water and let it guide you while you're making such a huge structural change in your love life. Don't forget about the communication too. Setting up a new communication structure or a new way of communicating your values and what you believe in will make all the difference. Beautiful, Cancer. We are going on to Leo. I do know quite a few Leos. I like them. They're kind of chill. See, that's how you know how intensive a sign I am as a Capricorn, because I find Aries is great and Leo's chill. As I've told some people, I am clairsentient, yes, and I pick up on a lot of knowledge and messages very strongly, but I'm actually not an empath. Like every other reader, there seems to be an empath, but I'm not, which does have a big advantage. I can deal with a lot of difficult energies. So I can be right in front of, hello. I can be surrounded or be close to somebody who's got a really difficult energy and I don't feel it. Like I'm not even bothered. I'll feel it like 7 days later and suddenly get all heavy and grumpy and everything. But I can prevent that just by reminding myself. I have to remind myself to cleanse and nurture my energy, because I actually don't pick up when something damaging could be around. So I just need to just be sure and cleanse and have maintenance. So let's have a look at you, Leo. In this Leo. Ta-da! Ace of Coins and Six of Coins. Wow, what an earthy energy for you, Leo. Right, that's a beautiful combination right there. Let's grab the spirit card while we're at it. Boom. Leo, in July, this is the time of action for you, right? Make that move. Even if somebody made the first move towards you, reciprocate well. Make that first impression count. It is all about the exchange of energy from both sides. So if you're in a couple, if you're in a couple, make some new plans on how you can better enjoy and show the appreciation you have for each other, right? So make those plans. Choose to treat your partner. And people always remember to do things for your partner. Oh, on Valentine's Day. Oh, on Christmas. On their birthday. No. Do something to up the ante. Take the initiative, right? Take the initiative. Number 1, Ace, step 1. Take the initiative and upgrade your love life today. If you are single, right, and you are dating and you're looking, right, bring your A game. Check with yourself whenever you're going to, am I bringing my A game? What can I do? Doesn't mean that you're getting in the way of someone else's energy, no. But think about what your conversation topics could be, right? In terms of can you contribute to the date, as you know, you can plan things together or what you want to do next, but bring your best foot forward and think about it. If you're in a date, right, on a date, and you've got a table, right, if you're eating, obviously, right, think about the table, right, and some of you may have heard this. Imagine there's a line between you and the person right across you while you're on a date or when you're dating, right? Even if you're in the midst of dating. And imagine that line, and that line measures how much input you have. And I'm not talking about money or who's paying the dates. That's not about that. How much you present of yourself and how receptive or active you are. So think about it in terms of that line. Is it 60-40? Is it 50-50? You want it to be around 50-50, or even if sometimes 60-40, but it shouldn't be 80% you, 20% them, or them 80% them, and you're barely giving anything. So really up your game. Make sure that the energy exchange is healthy. And as the spirit says, bada bing, bada boom, love is all around. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So there's so much opportunities this month for you, Leo. Remember that, right? If you up your game, Leo, and you take initiative and you're aware of the exchange and the energy between the both of you, whether in a date or in a relationship, the love energy will just, bloop, bloop, bloop. It will just flow right in. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Leo. We have got Virgo. Is your ascendant here? Can you tell? All right, Virgo, let's go. So, just as a quick recap, everybody, this will be uploaded on my Instagram and on YouTube. So if you have missed your sign, we have currently gone through Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer, and just Leo for now, just now. Right? We are going through with Virgo. If you have missed your sign, do not worry. You can view this on my Instagram TV and go right back into it, or on my YouTube, whichever you prefer. But for now, we've got Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius coming right up to your door. Not your door, but still. Let's look at you, Virgo. I do like Virgos. They can be a little bit fussy sometimes, but that's okay. I can deal. Love them. Virgo, 6 of Arrows, 6 of Swords. Beautiful. We'll show that. And the Prince, or the Knight of Wands. Libra is me. Yes! See? You know, I've been studying Spanish for a while, but every time I have to use it, I get so nervous. What do you call that? Soy mucha nervosa. I tried. So, right, we've got, let's grab the spirit. Beautiful. Right, we've got Virgo. We've got the 6 of Swords and the Knight of Coins. Slow and steady wins the race. Try something different this month with your love life. Right? You'll attract the better love energy, and I see someone coming in who is totally different from your circle. So singles, I do see that if you're taking concrete steps in your love life and you're sticking to your routine, you know, I need to go on regular dates, I need to check in, do what I need to do, you will come across somebody who is definitely not around your normal social circle. Perhaps you've gone to a restaurant or a cafe and it's not nearby, and you just happen to catch the eye of somebody. It's lovely. It's really gorgeous, this kind of energy. It's spontaneous and not something that you would expect every day. So be ready for that, Virgo, right? Stick to your plans. Don't worry. It's not like you've done anything wrong. Not at all. Just stick to it and watch the magic happen. All right? So keep your eyes peeled, but don't be surprised if this is somebody that's not within your reach. Now, couples, here's where it comes in, right? Y'all thought about travel? I know that we're on lockdown right now, especially everyone else but Victoria for once. Think about travel, right? Lay some travel plans down. It's exactly what you would need just to renew a relationship. Even if it's just regionally or for the next month or so, it really reinvigorates the energy and the effort you put into the relationship when you think about plans. And it told you, the Knight of Coins, he's not a fast knight. Like Knight of Swords, he's in a blur. But the Knight of Coins, he is slow, he is steady. So it's okay if that plan is for later, you know, it's for a month or 2 months from now. Just plan it, add to it, you know, like you're nurturing a plant. You can set the basics now, but then add the details to it later. Absolutely amazing plan. I mean, Virgo, come on, this is your card. All right, slow and steady planning towards travel. And let's have a look at what the Buffalo Spirit. I love the Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So Virgo, right? Virgo singles. Keep to your guns, okay? Stick to what you've got, and the universe will provide a wonderful fortuitous meeting for you, right? From someone you would not expect, or not someone you're familiar to, and that's okay, you know, if you're open to it. Obviously the universe will attract you only if you're open and receptive and willing to move with its flow, right? And Virgo couples, or couples with a Virgo, think about those travel plans. Do not worry too much about the full details right now anyway. Don't tell Virgos to not worry about details. It's a bad idea. But Virgos, just plant the seeds towards travel plans and nurture it as you go. There's no rush, but it shows the effort and the flow of energy that is so healthy, so dedicated to your relationship. The universe has your back. Wonderful. All right, let's have a look. We're finally onto Libra. Thanks for waiting. There you see, got some love hearts right here. We've got Libra. Libra's love in July. Wow. Okay. We're getting through this so wonderfully. All right. Oops. There we go. All right. Let us go through. Why did I pick such big decks today? Muchas gracias. Thank you for the love. Beautiful. Let's have a look. Libra, get yourself ready. We've got one. Is that one card? I swear these things stick to each other sometimes. Two. Bada bing, bada boom. And the Spirit. Let's go. Libra in love. Whoa. Would you look at this? Whoa, 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 whoa. This is good. This is really good. It's got both couples in it. But it's really, really sweet. Think about it. Look at this. 4 of Wands and 6 of Cups. Now, there is an amazing opportunity for you in July. And, you know, it's watery, it's emotional, and it's perfect. Libras, introduce your partner, so in the couples, introduce your partner to more aspects of your childhood. Talk about what you'd want to have in the future based on what you had in your childhood. What did you admire about relationships you saw when you were young? So in terms of your parents or grandparents, or maybe other people who inspired you if you weren't so inspired by them, unfortunately. Think about what you valued when you were young and what you had as ideas about what love was when you were young. So this is a time to really, it's interesting because the past connects the future. So if you touch into your past in a healthy way, this is healthy, about what you viewed love as then and what your pleasant memories of that was, it will give your partner a whole new layer of what you're about. And then you can know what they're about also. And that can just lead to conversations about, well, based on how our childhoods and what formed us into people, what do we want to incorporate from that into the future that we see for ourselves? All right. Do we want to bestow that kind of energy and those kind of relationships on future family, future children, or future whatever you want to create together? So the past is the key to the future here, and it will lead to the ideas around stability. Look at that. This is a marriage, by the way. You know that. And I'm not saying necessarily it's literally a marriage, but it leads to the conversation that you have around, if I had this in the past, how would I want it in my future? Okay? So it's a really important conversation that leads to that energy of stability and commitment. Right? As for the singles, and your singles are wondering, like, what in the hell is this going to apply to me? Yes, it does, because everyone has a past. Everyone has a childhood. And thinking about it, it's now time for singles to actually bring out this energy. I'm telling you, okay, I'm not telling you that you have to. I'm not your commandant, right? But lay down the plans and values that you had from your childhood and send that to the universe. Ask the universe from those elements that you treasured in your childhood and let that be attracted to you. It's a really good idea, actually. Thank you, cards. But yes, singles, write down and embody and signal those values out to the universe, that the universe can attract that for you. Let's look at the Spirit. A rebirth. Look at that. Oh, wow. A bat, Spirit. Oh, a bat. A rebirth is assured. Because you know why? You have so many aspects of yourself. You are a person now but how you develop over time is so different. You know, you go through different versions of yourself. And yes, you would say, well, you know, when I was 11, I had cringy hair and a bad blonde job. Okay, cool. Your hair was blonde and yucky. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that. But, and you know, and you'd rather forget that. But the emotions, feelings, and values you had as a younger person sometimes really can contribute to the present. We forget so much of the past, and we always think about the things that we don't want in it and then just brush it aside. Let's bring back the good things from it, right? And let us rebirth ourselves in another version that incorporates the best of those past versions, all right? So Libra, right? If you're in a relationship, have a chat about, have a good talk to your partner about you're welcome. Have a good talk to your partner about what you valued in your childhood and how you feel that can contribute to your future together. And that would really bring on the idea of commitment and stability. And for those as singles, send those signals out. Send that energy out to attract somebody who has formed those same values like you in a very similar way. Right? In that way, you will be, and your energy will be reborn. Beautiful, Libra. Let's go, Scorpio. Scorpios. I'm actually very, very comfortable with Scorpios. Let's put it that way. Oh, thank you. I'm very comfortable with Scorpios because they're kind of intense. Like normally other water signs, I'm not too comfortable with them. But Scorpios I am because they're really intense and I love it. Really, really love it. Oh, de nada, mi amiga. There you go. See, my Spanish is doing okay. Don't you just love the sounds of nature in Australia? Beautiful. All right, let's do this. Scorpio, our second last sign. Let's have a look. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3. All right, Scorpio, let's do this. Let's do this. We've got the Awakening. Really? That's interesting. And the 10 of Swords. Right. So in this deck, so the Awakening itself, right, it is a bit like a sun energy, right? It's got a bit of that sun energy, but at the same time, it also incorporates the world energy into it. It's got a bit of both because this deck does have a slightly different manifestation of these energies. So have a think about that. And the 10 of Swords in reversed. Things are getting better. Things are getting better, Scorpio. Don't worry. You carry so many old wounds. You're so tired and you've been done, especially if you've been in a dating life, Scorpio. And things will turn around for you. Even when this card is upside down, I tell people when it's got a strong, great energy behind it, even if it's upside down, it only means that it's delayed for a short while. It means it's coming on its way. Things will look up soon. Don't you worry, Scorpio. Everything is starting to fall into place for you. You just have to hold on a bit longer. Try your best. Keep trying your best. Acknowledge that you've gone through these pains. Okay, that's fine. It molds us as people. But remember to forgive yourself and to know that there's still hope out there. You're on the right path. Even if the past hurts so much, don't worry. You'll be paid back in great blessings. Let's look at the Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. Yeah, life is a mystery, isn't it? In that sense, the universe is also telling you that life may seem kind of dull or difficult right now, especially in your love life. Even if you're in a relationship, there's all these past pains and things that need to be forgiven, things that need to be sorted out. No relationship is perfect, but things will start looking up. Things will fall into place as they're meant to. Don't you worry. Okay, and with that's why life is a mystery. They're saying, don't be fooled by what you see right now going on in your life. And you're saying, oh, everything seems so, what do you call that? Desperate. It seems really bleak. That's the word I'm looking for. It seems really bleak right now, but don't be fooled by that. Okay, it's not as bleak as you think it is. And things that you have paid for in your own pain will be resolved. So don't you worry about that, Scorpio. If you're single, things will start looking up for you and you'll meet somebody that will start embodying. You'll start slowly as you go through. You'll meet somebody who is starting to really fulfill all those requirements and all those values that you want. Okay, gradually it just happens. So don't judge what's going to happen in the near future just by what looks bleak right now. And if you're in a relationship, things take time to heal. But I want to reassure you that if there's any pain left over in the past from your relationship that you're in now, they're on their way to healing, even if you can't see it yet. Right? That's why life works in those mysterious ways. And usually, it really is to help you. All right, here we go, Scorpio. Let's go to our last sign, Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I also like Sagittarius. Like, they're kind of fun to be around. Don't think I have any long-term friends who are Sagittariuses. Because they just drift a lot. But, like, you know, just to have a quick conversation with, or somebody that you might even, you know, what if you're dancing with somebody who's Sagittarius, you know, something like that. Just fun. All right. Beautiful. Let's have a look at you, Sag. Actually, I notice a lot of people who are dancers are Sagittarius. Maybe it is that movement, isn't it? It's that Centaurian energy. Oh, Centaurian. All right. Do you love my little bits of conversation in between readings? Because I insist on shuffling 12 times. You're welcome. Let's have a look. Bam, bam, bam. Let's go, Sagittarius. How are you looking for July? We've got the Knight of Coins again, or the Knight of Pentacles, and we've got the Four of Cups. Wow, Sagittarius, this month in July, you're wanting to actually slow yourself down a little bit. Perhaps you had overextended yourself in the last month, Sagittarius. So for July in your love life, it's okay to be a little grumpy. It's all right if you're not quite feeling up to meeting people. If you're single and you want to take a break from dating, go. That is fine. You know, what if you just had a recent negative experience and you are done? Right now you are done. That's okay. For now, be done. Nobody's going to tell you when you have to switch that off and not be done anymore and come back. It's okay to really want to distance yourself every now and then. Perhaps you want to go for a trip or just want to be alone for a while. Go and do it, Sagittarius. And if you're in a relationship and you're feeling like everything has just been sort of stable and plateauing for a while, that's okay. Sometimes we need to take time for ourselves. So Sagittarius is in couples, totally all right to want to spend some more alone time. Or, you know, while still doing everything else in a relationship, everything is still the same. The tarot tends to talk a lot about, you know, relationships and bringing it to the next level and improving, because the tarot is a tool for improvement. That's fine. But remember what I said earlier. Not everyone is always going to be in that position where you're moving up, getting better. Sometimes you have to sit there and stop and go, you know what? Nothing's happening. And I'm going to be comfortable with that. This is one of those situations, Sagittarius, is you're kind of a little frustrated, you're a little bit moody, and you don't feel like doing anything except what you're already doing now. You don't feel like taking it to the next level. You don't feel like upgrading it. That's all right. Maybe you are just that's a part of the cycle where you really need a bit of a, you know, you just need a break. You just need to step up and have a breather. And that's fine. All right, let's look at the Spirit. What does the Spirit say? The Eagle Spirit. Spirit has you back. Spirit has you back. You're not going to be punished or shamed for not bringing your A game or just telling people to go away for a while. That's a love reading. Go away. But to always be at your best, you need to know what is best for your energy, right? Love energy is abundant. Yes, it is endless, but from the universe, not from the person. You need time to get better and take it easy in between. I'm telling you right now. All right? Sagittarius is in dating. It's okay if you're going to be a little bit, you know, what do you call that? Be a little bit grumpy and wanting to distance yourself from people for a while. That is okay, right? If you're not feeling like, don't feel like socializing, which is kind of rare for Sagittarius, it's okay, okay? Just keep up what you're doing with everything else, okay? It will come back. And for Sagittarius in couples, do what you're doing to make your relationship work. But this is not the time for your love life in July to be taking any big steps or anything like that. Don't impose any pressures on yourself or let someone else's pressure get to you. Right? The universe will support you as you go through these different paces in your cycles. And that is our wonderful Love in July readings, everybody. Thanks so much for coming around and giving me your signs and going, no, do this. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hopefully you've had some pointers and ideas as what you're going to be looking forward to and what you're going to be working with your sign for July in your love life. Right? We've got lessons about knowing when to pull back, knowing when to take action, knowing when to tap into something that really means something to you in order to use it as a key, as an element for your future. There's so many lessons abound. So let's not forget that everyone has a different timing. Our energies are different places, and that sometimes we have to get creative and unique. We need to challenge our structures in order to really fulfill and nurture our love energy. And that is all for today, folks. Thank you so much for joining me, Ms Colleen Reads, or just Colleen, just call me Colleen. And you all have a wonderful love life in July. See you later. Cool. There you go.